In this section, we are talking about the etiology of communicable disease. In the etiology of communicable disease, there are three components can be very important, including the agents, which is also called pathogens, host, and the environment. It's believed that the interaction of these three components are very important for the disease development. So if they are keep in balance, there will be health. However, if this balance can be break down into imbalance, the disease can be developed. There are different characters can be used to describe these agents, host, and the environment. For example, for an agent, it can be there are some biological characteristics can be described the agents. For example, the infectivity, pathogenicity, virulence, immunogenicity, and survival. For the host, some factors can be used to describe the host, like agent, age, gender, genetic behavior, nature status, health status. For the environment, including weather, housing, geography, occupation setting, air quality, and the food. Here are some well-known pathogens and its resulting disease. We can just have a brief understand of these well-known pathogens. Here are some common agent factors. For example, the parasite can cause malaria. This describes the biological characters of agents. As we mentioned before, infectivity is the ability of a pathogen to get colonized inside a host body. Pathogenicity is the ability of a pathogen to cause illness in a host. Virulence is the ability of a pathogen to cause the severe outcome of the disease. And the variability includes antigens variation, virulence variation, drug resistance variation, and the parasite host variation. Here's the example of the ranking of the infection by its infectivity, pathogenicity, and the virulence. For example, for those infection with high severity, they have smallpox, measles, chickenpox, and so on. Host is a person who provides hospitality for passengers. Animals and plants can also be the host of the pathogens which cause disease in their species. Susceptible hosts provide possibility for the occurrence and the dissemination of communicable disease. Here is the example of human host factors affecting infectious disease. For example, age, as we know that specific age groups are in high risk for this COVID-19, and also male sex are also in the high risk of the COVID-19. In the environment, both nature factors and the social factors can influence the spread of the infectious disease. For example, in the nature factors, including the climate, for example, those cold place like those Russian or Nordic countries that are they are very cold, so they are probably don't have many infectious disease. But in some regions that are very warm, for example, Africa or South Asia, they are easier to have high incidence of infectious disease. And the geographic conditions, habitat characteristics of the vector animals. Social factors are environmental factors that influence the spread of the disease. For example, the production and the living conditions, lifestyles, customs, and the religious beliefs, medical and health conditions, population movements, economic crisis, war or turmoil, refugees flows, etc. So these factors can also influence the development of infectious disease. Here are some examples of environment factors and the transmission of disease. For example, the water can transmit the cholera. Milk can transmit the TB virus. Housing condition can cause mold. Transportation can help to spread the respiratory disease.